Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Here I'll be taking us through how we can make use of these Figma tools and make our own design. So I'll be replicating this profile card just for us to get familiar with the tools. So at first I will be getting our frame by coming to the toolbar here and selecting our frame, or another option by clicking or by pressing F key on your keyboard, as you can see. So you can come here as either maybe you want to pick a phone frame or anything, but as for a start that you are replicating this profile card, it's normal to, and as it is, we don't know the size of this profile card, but I can meander and come down here and draw my frame so that it will be exactly the same size. You can see. Then I'll bring it out like this. You can rename your frame one here. You can call it any name of your choice, but I would like to, for example, I would like to rename it to profile card. See, profile card. Then the next thing we'll be taking out is this color section here. Then we have to draw our own rectangle. You come down to our shape here, then you select rectangle shape. You draw it here by left clicking and drag. You can still do the same as we did for the frame, just to know the exact size of this rectangle. You can see, just for example, you can take it out too, and you can change the color. Change the color by coming down to the color section here and select any color of your choice. Let's say we pick this. Let me take this blue for example. The next one we'll be talking about this image here, and the next thing to do, we want to make use of this image. You have to draw another shape. That's our ellipse shape, our circle. Come down to your toolbar and click on this rectangle or this shape tool. Click on the ellipse shape. Can still do the same. And one thing I want you to know is that, for instance, as it is, if I say I want to just draw it out like that, you see it's not perfect shape. But what we can do is that maybe after selecting this ellipse shape, hold down your shift key, then you drag. You see that it remains the same shape. You see? Then you reduce it a little bit. Let's say we make use of this. Let me make it bigger a little. Let me make use of this. And another thing I want to call your attention to is this red line that is showing. It's called Smart Guide. It's the one that will tell you that it's already aligned. Maybe it's aligned to center or anything. You can see it's aligned to center. But coming down here, it's still aligned to center, but it's at the top right hand side, top side. So you can say, okay, it's aligned here. And to insert our image, we've talked about plugging in our previous video. If you are just coming in, you can check out our videos in our channel. So we'll make use of our plugin by right clicking and go to our plugin from here. Then you go to find more plugin. The plugin we'll be searching here is on Splash. Instead of you going to a browser and download image or anything, you can just come to your plugin here and search on Splash. That's where you can get image of your choice. We have different plugins for getting pictures too, but I do make use of Unsplash. Then you come down here and you click run. It will run automatically. Then you search for any picture of your choice. Come down here. Let's say, for example, I search for profile. Can make use of any image. Let me say, for instance, I pick this image. And another thing I want you to know is that anytime you want to select image on Splash or any plugin, make sure that you've already highlighted the where you want to insert your image. So like I did here, I've already highlighted the ellipse shape. Then I come down to the image I want to use, then I click on it. It's loading. So it's done, it's here already. You can get rid of it by clicking on this X sign here. Then the next thing in line is this, our name here, this text here. You still come to your text bar here, that's the text tool, and another shortcut for it is by pressing T key on your keyboard. See, then you left click, you type in any name you want to make use of. Let's say, for instance, let's say I'm Wendy. Can make use of any font size, font name of your choice, but I do prefer Poppins, but it's optional. You can make use of any font name you want, so far it's readable. Let me go for semi-bold. Let me increase the size. Let me make it 20. I have to bring it down here, and I will make sure it's aligned. Not that I will insert it this way. You can see that this one aligned to center. Then I will align it. You can see that the smart guide shows that it's already at the center. Then I leave it this way. The next one in line is all these icons and the text here. And another thing we still have to make use of is our plugins again. Still right click, go to your plugin, you find more plugin. You can search for material design icon. Material design, it's already showing up. We have different, it's not only material design icons that you can get your icons. You can still get it from Iconified and many more. But for a start here, you can make use of this material icon. Click on run to run automatically. It's running. Let's get this mail first. It's still loading, so it's showing up already. Then I will search for email. You can see you can change your size of the icon you want to take. You can still make use of color, any preferred color of your choice, but as it is, we are making use of this color. So let me pick this. It's showing up here. What's next? Let me still this for phones. Let me pick it once and for all. And call it call. Here it is. The next in line, I think this is language. Here is it coming up. Next one is location. Here is it. So what is left for us is just to align everything. You can see what you can do is come down here and align it. You can see it's changed automatically. But another thing is that the space in between this email and this call is bigger than the email, the space between this call and this language. So what are we going to do is by highlighting all together these three and come down here. You see where my mouse cursor is, these more option icons. Then we click on this distribute vertical spacing. It will do it equally. The space in between will be equal. You can see it's changed automatically. And if I'm not contented with it, you can still come down here, see where my mouse cursor is. So this 19 means that the space in between them is 19 px. So you can reduce it and increase it depending on your choice, but it should not be too spacious. So I'm reducing it, let me see, to 13. Let me say leave it at 12. You can see another thing I can still do here, I can still reduce the size of this icon, because we are copying this, we are using this as an example, so and our icons are bigger than the ones here, so we have to reduce it as it is. Let me reduce it to 15. The next one, let's say 15. The other one too, 15. I'm sure you are seeing where I'm changing it. This one is 14, so I have to increase it to 15 so that it will be equal sizes. I'm sure it's not aligned again, so we have to highlight everything together and still come down here. You see it's aligned already. So I'm sure the space in between is not the same again, so you come down here, so distribute vertical spacing. Now it's 16. So I'm sure we are good to go, and we can still reduce it if you want. So let's leave it at, let's say 12. Let's say 12, yes. While I'm highlighting all together here, once I click on the first icon, I hold down my shift, then you click on the next one while still holding down your shift, click all, then you can move all around as you want. It will move all together. You can see, so I can leave it this way. Then I'll come down to my toolbar here and still have to take on this text tool. See, and I have to, let me say Wendy at gmail.com. So as we've talked about in our previous video when I talked about hierarchy, so this size should not be the same as this, so I have to reduce the size. Let me leave it at 12, so it will not be semi-bold. I will leave it at regular. So our phone can make use of, let's say, let's copy this 9156, depending on the number you want to insert there. The next one, that's maybe your web or anything, you can say amiwendy.com. See, location, maybe any location of a choice, maybe depending on where you are or what you are designing for, and say maybe United States of America, just for example. Move. So the space in between these text two, they are not the same, so we have to highlight them together and make sure they are intact. Distribute vertically. You see, it's 8. So I'm trying to take them together. You see, it's all aligned. It's all aligned. So the next one we'll be talking about is all these icons. So you can still come down here and take for Facebook. So coming down here, you can change the color. So by selecting, sure it's out. So take down here. So that's how you do for the rest. So this is for profile card. So thank you for watching and have a very wonderful day.